What up, YouTube? It's been a while, long time no see. Just been a bit busy, but I want to post a few videos on my channel, and today I want to talk about how it's really important to carry the initial weight of a relationship with a woman, and I'll explain what I mean by this. What I mean by this is that for some reason, women don't like to put an effort in the initial stage of a relationship. And it can be odd, but that's kind of how it is. And I don't know if that's because they don't want to be too easy, or because they want to see if you can lead, or because they're nervous. I don't really know. It could be a combination between all those things. But for some reason, women just don't often put in effort initially, right? So, let's say even if you go out to a coffee shop or a restaurant and you hear two girls talking, two girls are hanging out and they're out to eat together or whatever. A lot of time they'll be chatting back and forth, blah, 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 and they have all this stuff to say. But, when a woman goes out with a man, oftentimes she'll just be kind of quiet, or she's not going to do that same, just talk. Like, for some reason, they just allow you to take over, and that's why you kind of have to be the one who leads the conversation. You have to pick the date spot, right? Like, you have to choose the time, and a lot of the time it's just you want to just give them the whole setup. Like, when you ask a woman out, just be like, hey, sometimes you can be like, hey, I have this idea, does it sound fun? And then if she says fun, okay, can you meet this day at either this time or that time, or this day or at that time, at this place? Like, you want to just, sometimes you just got to write out the whole plan type of thing and just give it to them. Otherwise, for some reason, women tend to have a hard time. Like, you can't really say, oh, so what do you want to do, blah blah blah. They don't, I don't really understand it, but for some reason they can't really do well with this. And even it's the same thing with, like, if you put your number in their phone, right? Like, I don't know why this is, but generally they just will not reach out. But if you get their contact and reach out, then oftentimes they will. So I think the thing is about women, excuse me, I keep coughing up allergies. The thing is about women is that for some reason, it seems to be no matter how much they like you, if you drop the weight, if you're not carrying the weight of the interaction, then they will, for some reason, they will not go through with it. Like, they will not pursue you at all, and it doesn't even matter how much they like you. Like, it's odd, but that's kind of how women are. Like, a lot of them, it's like, it doesn't matter how much they like you. It could be their very last day of work, at your workplace, let's say, and they're moving to another workplace or whatever, and even if they like you a lot, they're not going to ask for your Instagram, or I don't know why this is, but it just kind of is. And there's a lot of women, even if you text them and say, how are you, they'll say, I'm good, blah 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 blah, but they won't reciprocate. They won't ask it back. They won't say, so how are you? I don't know why this is, but a lot of women just, you could call it low interest, but I don't think it's low interest. It's just a lot of women are just like that. Like, they just want you to carry all the weight. They're not gonna give you a lot of positive signs. They're not gonna make things super easy by setting things up to go well. I don't know why, but it's just how it is. And, like, I think to a certain extent, it's like women, they want you to hold up. Like, they have anxiety, right? But they want you to hold their anxiety together by you being calm and stoic and contained and together, right? So, that's, like, I don't know, I think that's how women operate. Like, during the early stage, they're anxious, so they have to watch you be calm, and then they and then they mirror that. It's, I don't know, sometimes I don't exactly understand it, but that seems to be how women are. And it's like, it's you have to you have to come to them, right? And sometimes it's even in little minute ways, such as talking louder than them, right? If you can talk louder than them and more assertive, then they'll forget about their own anxieties. You know what I'm saying? They'll forget about their own voice if you're talking louder than them and more assertively, and then they'll start to go off your voice. Because that's generally how people are. Like, it's like if you stepped into the room, like, of the teacher is gonna have the loudest voice speaking over the students, right? Anybody who is in position of authority or status speaks over people. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes even just that, being able to speak in a firm tone, or you could speak in a relaxing tone just to make the person relax, but it's all really up to you, because you kind of gotta go, like, meet the woman. You gotta go to her, right? So yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to say. Like, as far as holding the weight of the anxiety, it's kind of like a ball. You got to keep the ball of anxiety up, or her anxiety, you got to hold it together, because as long as you can continue to stay calm, there's not a lot that she can't really start panicking without without feeling ridiculous. But if you start panicking, then she might start mirroring that, right? So sometimes you just gotta hold her together. But yeah, and yeah, sometimes women will just suddenly not have opinions. If they like you, they'll just lose all their opinions. Like, let's say you go on a walk, they're not gonna say, "Oh, let's turn around now," or, "Oh, can we take a left? Can we take a right?" A lot of time they'll just keep walking and with you, and you have to be the one to say, "Okay, let's take a left." "Okay, let's turn around." "Oh, there's a drinking fountain, let's go get a drink." "Oh, there's a restroom." Like, a lot of women, they won't even ask to use the restroom if they have to go. Like, it's actually like that. You have to see the restroom and be like, "Yo, let's stop at the restroom," because, like, they literally won't. They will just, like, I don't know. I've seen that many times, like, on a date with a woman, and they will just go hours without going to the restroom, and you have to, like, be like, "Okay, I need to use the restroom," and then they'll go. But like, they won't speak their mind, so you have to do it. All right, that's a good one.